5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hi, everybody. This is Mark with the Mag Room. How are you guys? Hey, Jared, what's going on? How are you tonight?
Do you want to start that over?
Nope. I thought I nailed it.
You nailed it. Saturday night in the Mag Room.
All around the world you can hear them. Hey, hey, hey. Talking about news and kind of funny stuff. Hey, hey, hey. Mag Room. Mag Room. The Mag Room. The Mag Room.
All right,
Yes.
so Hooters went bankrupt last week, and they're reorganizing. I guess they had tried to be a little more saucy, like they even had like bikini nights and stuff like that. So I think they're trying to dial that back a little bit.
That's contributing to them not making money?
I guess. I don't know. I mean,
I don't think that would make you more money.
on some level, you need families. I think in these day and age, like
Was Hooters really ever a family restaurant? Have you ever taken your family to Hooters?
we used to go all the time before bikini night.
My
Like,
parents
kids,
never
get in
took
the
me and my
car.
sister to Hooters.
Let's go to Hooters.
You know what Dad's favorite family restaurant is, guys. Let's go. Every Thursday's Hooters night. Come on.
They just have a good burger.
The
Is
wings
that-
are
is that
great.
Is that so wrong? Imagine they really had just good food. Actually, I don't think I've only been to one, and I don't remember the food.
I know I've been to Hooters at least twice in my life. 'Cause I remember going once, and then I remember going again. To two different Hooterses. How do you pluralize if you own several Hooters franchises?
Who ties? It's not.
I think it'd be Hooters with an apostrophe.
Who tatas?
I pretty much, my default punctuation mark is the apostrophe. Like, you can't go wrong with an apostrophe.
You love the apostrophe. Ever since Miss Miniverni. All right, so Hooters bankruptcy. Do you know the animal that's in its logo? You should.
An owl.
Yeah, because Hooters. So the trivia is I have 6 other companies that have animals in their logo. And I want you to name, I'm going to name the company, and I want you to try to name the animal.
Okay.
Okay, first one. Bacardi.
Bacardi. A bat?
Bat, that is correct. Ding, ding. 1 for 1.
I
2.
partied with a guy once that was supposedly an heir to the Bacardi rum fortune
Shut
down here. Yeah, I think he was lying, but
He's
but
like,
he
if
cla-
600 people die, I will inherit the Bacardi fortune.
yeah, I don't remember if he told me what his supposed stake was, but I just didn't believe him.
Yeah, because if he did, you should have rode that gravy train.
Give me another animal.
Oh, yeah. Number 2. Qantas, an airline. Qantas Airline.
Koala bear?
Close.
Not a kangaroo. No, not a kangaroo.
Kangaroo is correct.
Okay.
Kangaroo. You knew that was an Australian airline, I assume?
But I have seen those planes before, and I do know that it's an Australian airline. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
understand. The name doesn't sound Australian to me, right?
No, I
Shouldn't it be
wonder what
like
that means.
Hullabaloo, or it should have a whole bunch of
What does
vowels,
Qantas
not-
means?
not
Oh, you know what it stands for?
Queen of National Airline Transit stuff.
Queensland and Northern Territory Aerial Services. It's widely known as the Flying Kangaroo.
Weren't they the ones that hadn't had an air crash, according to Rain Man? Was that Qantas in that movie?
Oh, really? I don't remember that.
I believe in Rain
That
Man.
means they're due.
I think that was Rain Man's logic for not getting on the plane.
Rain Man probably wouldn't get made today.
Because you can't
Dustin Hoffman playing.
address that type of thing.
It used to be that's what you played to win the Oscar. You'd play someone with a mental disability.
Yeah. What do you do now? Play
I don't
someone
know.
that's been emotionally abused, probably.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Wasn't that the one? It was just a prostitute one. That's who won.
Charlize Theron.
She was a prostitute. No, Mickey Madsen.
I think you're thinking of Mike Madison, that guy that comes into my store and overnights $80 to his brother every once in a while.
Just the money?
Yeah, and it was more than 80. He sent him a lot. He'd send him like $500 at a time. His big wads
And
of
how much
cash.
does it cost to overnight it?
$400.
Why doesn't he just get like Venmo or something like that? Wants to stay off the grid with his...
Probably.
Yeah.
So a lot of my neighbors are like that.
Yeah, it seems like those are the people, like you wouldn't search people on Venmo, you'd search people who are off Venmo.
What do you mean search them?
Like, watch out for them, see if something's going on.
Oh, they're doing something sketchy.
Get the feds after them.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right, number 3, Lamborghini.
Horse.
Lamborghini is actually a bull.
Oh, that's right.
It's a
God
bull.
damn it. And all their models are named after famous
Bulls?
bulls, yeah.
Ferdinand?
Well, no. They're
How many
like,
famous bulls are there?
Well, if you lived in Spain, there'd be maybe 200 or something like that.
Oh, wow, all right.
Yeah, Murcielago and all that stuff. That's I don't even know if I
Alright.
said the right name, but yeah, they named
Yeah,
their
sure.
their
You could've
models
said-
after
could've said
famous.
whatever.
Shut your fucking mouth and listen to me.
Aren't you heir to the bull fortune of
I partied
Spain?
with Steve Lamborghini. Well, actually, they called him Lamborghini Steve. I don't know if it was the same thing.
And he gave guns?
Come on.
Lamborghini Steve likes to party.
Hey, Lamborghini Steve can get you down the road a little ways, baby.
Yeah, he liked to talk in the third person as well.
Uh-huh.
All right, this one you should get. Lacoste.
Alligator or crocodile. Crocodile.
It's actually crocodile. Everybody says alligator, though, I think. Or no, Izod's the alligator.
Correct. Well, no, it's a caiman. Izod is a caiman.
All right.
It is it's a crocodilian, but not crocodile.
I see. Swarovski.
I thought it was like a sunburst or something. Swarovski. I don't know. I'm not gonna. Should I guess? Polish animal. What's a Polish animal?
A pierogi.
A pierogi. A frog. How about a frog?
It is a swan.
Should have known that.
Yeah, isn't it like the glass swan?
Like that?
Yeah. And then how about the Premier League? This is the last one. You did pretty well, though.
Soccer?
Yeah.
What's something that only Europeans like?
Wow.
Like a dodo bird.
It is a lion.
Ooh. Arr.
Yeah.
Roar.
It roars just like that.
Soccer.
So you did pretty good on that.
I did amazing. I got like 5 in a row. That puts me in the Hall of Fame if I'm playing baseball.
5 in a row?
5 out of 7? Didn't I get 5 out of 7? Or 6 out
Well,
of 8?
am I giving you Qantas? There's 6 of them. Qantas, you said koala bear first.
Yeah, but I quickly changed it to kangaroo.
Lamborghini you got wrong.
Yes, I didn't do this.
Swarovski
Did I
you
get any
got
of them
wrong.
right?
And Premier League you got wrong.
Did I get any of them right? Yeah, but I was circling I got almost all of them without having any prep time whatsoever. Normally I would study for a test
Bacardi,
like
you got
this.
Bacardi and Lacoste. I think you got 2 out of 6.
333. I'm still maybe making an all-star team, right?
Hall of Fame. If you hit that for
Yeah.
your career. All right, so what's going on with you? Anything?
I'd like pinched a nerve in my back or something. It hurts in the exact spot where once I've used the bathroom for number 2 purposes,
Okay. Little poo-poo?
when I go to clean that area up with sanitary paper,
Sure.
that's exactly where it hurts the most when I'm halfway twisted around.
I see.
Halfway twisted around with my arm in that spot exactly. So, trying to learn how to wipe my ass left-handed right now. It is so fucking weird, dude. I don't think I've ever done it in my life. I guess
Does it feel like somebody else is wiping
it feels
your
like
butt?
somebody else that's so uncoordinated, like somebody that was
Hey, Mark, let me wipe your butt.
somebody that's doing it as part of like physical therapy is wiping my. They're the physical therapy subject, though. You know what I mean?
Do you use a squatty potty?
No. Are you being
Do
serious?
you know what that is? Yeah, do you know what
Yeah,
those
I
are?
think I do.
They actually probably 80% of the time I wipe and I got nothing. They keep
Yeah.
you, they leave you clean, and it's all the squatty potty.
I'm gonna start just going outside, and then I can put my hose on and just
Enema? Why don't you get an enema?
enema myself. Yeah,
Put one in your bathroom. We got your sit down already. You get the enema in there.
yeah, yeah. I got the
People love enema. I've never done it, but a bidet, right? Bidet is the thing.
bidet. Yeah,
People love those.
yeah. I've used them when I was in Europe. I used it.
Oh,
but
how was it?
it was a weird sensation, you know. I was
Ooh.
18 years old at the time. I was open to more things in my life, I think.
That was the first time I ever got squirted in my butt. I remember the
I
day.
just started to question my I don't know, just what I always thought I knew about myself.
All from a bidet. Became a man that day. Do you put anything on your back?
To
Michelle made
help
me
it.
get some. Yeah, she made me get some icy hot patches.
I do have icy hot patches. Yes.
Do you use them?
Yep.
Do they work?
Yeah. You know, a little bit.
Sometimes I wonder if it's just like your mental
Yeah. I mean, it just sort of like,
heats it up a little bit.
yeah, it doesn't really like it doesn't really remove the pain. It sort of just like masks the pain a little
You
bit.
smell like menthol.
Yeah, I like that smell. I do. For real. I'm not kidding. I don't know if you're laughing because you think I'm. Do you not like the smell of menthol?
It's strong.
I like.
I don't mind. I wouldn't. It's a weird because to say you like it would mean, like, if someone else had it on them, I'd be like, ooh, menthol. And I don't think. I think I like it when I have it on me, but not when I smell it on someone else.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
Like, wow, you like the smell of your own farts?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
But I don't like the smell of other people's farts.
Right. Have you ever liked
why
have you ever
is
liked
it-
the smell of anybody else's fart? One person you're like, oh, your farts smell really good.
You know what? I would smell that fart again. You think anyone has enjoyed the smell of someone else's fart?
Yes, I think so. I think there's.
It is
people-
way like.
Go ahead.
Do you think you're dead inside if you're just like, yeah, you know, I don't really care. Like the smell doesn't really affect me. Like
Do you think you're dead inside?
Yeah, like if I feel like a fart is something where you always like if I fart, like I get gassy sometimes. My kids are always like, "Dad, come on!" If you get to the point where you're just like, let it go, you're like, "Man, he just did a fart." Then you're just like gone.
Yeah, maybe. I guess I hope that I'm about to. Here, let's see.
Huh? Did you shit your
you?
pants? What else? Anything else besides your bad back?
I woke up the other day and I put on, turned the TV on and the Brady Bunch was on while I was just taking my shower and getting ready.
Like the original.
Yes. And it was an episode where Bobby had, and I didn't see the beginning, so I don't know what really led up to this, but Bobby was entering a frog jumping competition. You know how when we were kids?
Oh, his frog.
Yeah.
Not like he jumped like a frog, but he had a frog.
Right. There was a big gathering of people. I don't know how, like, if somebody in my neighborhood said, hey, we're having a big frog jumping competition, I don't think he could have gotten as many kids as the Brady's got to go to it.
Do you train your frog, you think? Can you
He
train
tried
a frog
yeah.
to jump higher?
I think that was the gist of what he went and he bought a frog from like a store. Like
To
a
enter
frog
the
store.
contest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you judged on distance or height?
Distance.
Okay.
Yep. That's how much attention I was paying. I know exactly what they were judging. I just didn't, anyway, I don't remember ever having it. It just didn't seem like a thing that actually happened, but I guess I could get 40 kids from my neighborhood to come watch a frog jumping competition. That seems like it makes sense.
Who was the coolest kid in your neighborhood?
Me.
Besides you, of course. Somebody,
the
if
kid
somebody
that I
said
thought was the coolest was Alec. A kid named Alec Horton was my favorite neighborhood guy.
so, if Alec Horton was like, "Hey, I'm doing this frog jumping competition.
Oh yeah, what time?
Go down, go down to Leonardo's pet store, grab a frog. We're doing a competition."
What if I just went down to Delucius Pond and grabbed a wild one? Would you be okay with that, Alex?
That's fine. Yeah.
You sure?
Could be
Because you
could
told
be
me to go to the
freshwater.
store to buy one, but I just want to make sure you're not mad about this.
No, it would be great. I just want you to be there with everybody else because everybody's gonna be there.
You specifically want me to be there, Alex?
I do. Yep. Yep. With your frog. But if you lose, I may never talk to you again. So give it a good try.
What? What if I dress up? This is a thought to myself, okay? What if I dress up like a frog? And then I'll be able to beat any frog in a jumping contest.
Like you take it to the next level.
Yeah. I don't know how I bring myself as a frog to the contest. That's a tough one.
That's fun.
I get my twin brother. Did I tell you I have a twin? You probably never met my whole family, have you? My twin brother, Mike, would come with me.
Mike Einloth?
Yeah, and he'd be the...
That's hard to... Mike Einloth has a lot of E's in a row.
Yeah, my mom, they didn't like him as much as me. They gave him the worst of the two names.
I think I'd call him Michael Einloth.
He went by MJ.
Mickey?
MT. Michael Thomas.
MT? That's an initial group you never hear.
Yeah, that's what he liked about it. It was original. He died. MT died when I was...
Wow. It's quite a...
Right after the frog jumping contest.
In a frog accident?
I mean, during the frog jumping
Yeah.
contest.
Oh, Jesus.
I brought this story about the Brady Bunch, and then you derailed me and got me to bring up some really sad story in my life that I never really wanted to confess on the air.
A really big reveal that I didn't even know about you.
I had a twin brother who died drowning in a frog jumping contest. He drowned.
You would have thought watching the episode would have brought up those memories.
I had them. I mean, you said something a couple weeks ago about wanting to be a therapist. You brought this out of me, and I didn't want to. I would have never brought. Like I said, I haven't talked about this since it happened. Basically, none of my friends know my twin brother MT.
Didn't the guys in your neighborhood know because he came to the frog jumping contest?
Yeah, all the guys from the neighborhood knew him, but none of you guys are from my neighborhood. You know what I mean?
I see. None of your friends since then.
Yeah. After MT died, I mean, he kind of.
Your parents never talked about it either. They don't have any pictures around the house. Or... Your dad does all collect all that frog paraphernalia though, so that could be.
Yeah, you never. I always told you guys that they just like frogs, but it's actually a tribute to my deceased
MT?
brother MT. Yeah.
Did you call him Mr. T for short?
And it'd be R.I.P. MT, and people would say.
I don't know why you're laughing about that. All right, well, what happened in the Brady Bunch episode?
Oh, right. So Bobby bought a frog, and he named it Spunker. Now, what do you think of using the name Spunker on a family? And like, if you went to Hooters, I could see something saying Spunker.
That sounds like something you would talk about when you were wiping your ass. Like, I did a spunker.
No. What's spunk, Jared? Do you not know what I'm talking about? Are you not...
Like your man juice.
Ejaculate?
Yeah.
So, I was thinking that this show came out in like what would the Brady Bunch have been? Probably like 70s, I guess? Mid-70s?
Yeah, I think 70s. Definitely 70s.
So they were using the word spunker on TV in the mid-70s. And then this made me think of, remember Boner on Family Ties?
That actually came to my head as you were saying spunker.
Yeah. So I just wanted to see if we called spunk back in 1975 or whenever this episode might have been out. And the word spunk has a complex and interesting etymology originating from the Scottish Gaelic word spong, meaning sponge or tinder, which is kind of a weird thing for two meanings to have for one word.
Sure.
Ultimately derived from the Latin spongia, meaning sponge, it evolved to mean courage, pluck, or metal, and later in a vulgar sense, seminal fluid. and the seminal fluid one came around in. They pinpointed it. 1888 is when spunk began to mean human ejaculate.
So before the Brady Bunch episode. So which one do you think Bobby meant? Like courage and spirit or human ejaculate?
If he named it Spunky, I would have been on board. Spunker means one who spunks. I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. No real story there.
They're just trying to keep it saucy.
Yeah. Again, like Boner. I've never really. We always used to say like, oh, it's funny his name's Boner, but in the age of the internet, I wonder if anybody ever explained.
Wasn't his name Richard Stabone?
Stabone, but still, like, it's a fictional character. You could have named him Richard Stanziel.
And I can't believe Boner got by like the network thing.
Well, that's kind of what I'm saying. Is why did they let those jokes go through on an otherwise very family-friendly? It wasn't Family Ties. It was Growing Pains. I mean, Growing Pains was pretty. All those.
Like, what if if they had a kid like Johnny Fuckland, and they were like, yeah, we call him Little Fucker.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let it go.
Just means his name. What's wrong with that?
I bet he becomes like
the breakout character.
There goes that Little right now, and then they start putting Little on T-shirts, and McDonald's has a Little meal.
This is from thedailybeast.com. A famous statue in Dublin has been assigned a security detail in an effort to stop tourists from squeezing its breasts. Molly Malone, a fictional fisherman's wife who serves as an unofficial mascot for the city, is said to bring good luck to travelers who rub her breasts, according to a rumor allegedly started in 2012 by an overly imaginative tour guide. But the practice has become so widespread that the statue's chest area has now become discolored and has led locals to complain of disgusting behavior from tourists. So there's going to be a group of stewards that will be deployed to protect the statue and ensure Malone is treated with respect. And if attitudes fail to change, they're going to elevate the statue or move it indoors.
So they know the actual tour guide? Like they know the guy who started this whole thing?
I don't know. Does he still work there?
It's I got an easy solution for this. You take him and you shoot him, you kill him, you shoot him in the back of the head.
Oh, Jesus.
And then you put his body there as a reminder, and then cameras all around it and everything. And this is what'll happen to you if you touch that statue's tits. I know you're killing one person, but you're saving the life of something that's.
You're saving it from not getting worn down a little bit.
Or you could buy like a brush and soap and clean it off every year. Maybe that could be part of its charm. Look how dirty that thing's.
The Hotchkiss is the Bearcats, and in the athletic center there's a Bearcat, and the kids rub its nose for luck, and it's totally worn. The nose is. Totally. So
you should switch it to the t's and see if it's if you're still there when it gets worn off.
Mariah Hotchkiss, who started the school, there's just some statue, and all the kids rub her breasts as they go by. Oh, that would be a tough sell, I would think. Yeah, they referenced in the article as well. Did you ever hear about the art portal that they made? So it was this one where it was a live stream between Times Square and Dublin. And it was just a screen, and you could go in front of the screen, and like people would be on the other side of the screen.
I think you talked about that. I think you did this on the show.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Well, no, but I don't remember. Keep going.
So then they finally had to shut it down because people were being like lewd and showing their tits and all that stuff. So the stewards assigned to protect that are the same. They say it's the same ones they're assigning to protect this statue. So I wonder what these guys do in the meantime, if they have like on pay.
If they're contracted for other like related emergencies.
Only lewd art projects and that they have to guard. That's their business. Had they insulted these guys, they probably would have told them to take it down. Like, yeah, you're making a statue of the. Why don't you make a normal dress, not a low cut?
Or kill that tour guide. Make it a public. Make it a. or like threaten to kill him.
Yeah.
Like, to put a picture in the paper, you holding a gun to his head.
Wow. If you don't stop touching the
If you guys don't stop touching this, I promise. If we have cameras on it right now, if we see anybody touch that thing's in the next year, we're gonna live stream us killing this guy.
Poor guy, Boner Spunker, gets it in the head.
Yeah. His unfortunate name notwithstanding, he will be missed from the Dublin ghost tour community thing.
Boner Spunker, rest in peace. This was pretty cool. I thought there should be more of this type of stuff. So in World War II, the Royal Air Force that was Britain sent the aviators skyward.
Jesus, dude.
With all the tools they need to complete a mission, along with a few that could help them find their way home if they crash landed. So one of the smallest pieces of survival gear pilots carried was a compass built into the button of their trousers.
That's cool.
So they had
kind of James Bondy.
I know. So they had uniform camouflaging dye shaped like candy almonds, ultra compressed medications.
Wait. Say that again. Uniform what?
Camouflaging dye shaped like candy almonds. So I guess your uniform, you could like camouflage it with this dye that was in this candy.
Pretty cool.
Ultra compressed medications inside pens.
Okay.
And
that's cool.
Button compasses.
Huh.
So there was two buttons, simply made from two buttons. The bottom had a tiny needle. The top button acted as a compass that rotated with the Earth's poles. And then they also gave them secretive maps that would be smuggled to captured service members inside care packages and use the compasses to escape. By war's end, MI9, so that's the British division that is tasked with helping service members evade enemy forces or escape capture, was credited with helping more than 35,000 soldiers escape and make their way home.
That number seems way high to me.
Sure.
Do you think one of those buttons, though, was able to save, like, half of those people at one time? Is that kind of how the statistic might work?
There were 20,000 that got free in one with the two buttons.
Well, the guy was...
They followed the guy's pants. They had to look at his pants the whole time, and they got free.
Oh, and he led them with his pants.
He led them to
I was thinking,
safety.
I thought more of, like, he made some sort of call, like, well, if you shoot that, let's see, what war was this?
World War II.
Okay, so send bomb that area that's just a little north of here. And they're like, which way is north? And he's like, well, let me check my shirt. And then they go and they bomb that area, and that kills all the advancing soldiers that would have then killed these 20,000 people behind.
So it's like plus minus. The pants helped save the day.
Right. I think that's how that statistic works.
All right.
I think there was projections and mathematical things.
Yeah, I didn't really bring it up for the stat, more that it just would be super cool if, like, my pants had a compass.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going to dive into the mathematics behind this story.
We're looking more at, like, data reporting. You want to do a whole story about data reporting?
I hated statistics.
You want to talk about...
That was probably my least favorite class of all time because of that.
The pros and cons of GDP and what it measures and...
Well, and then I think we could get into, like, baseball analytics and stuff like that.
I'm teaching a course on that this summer.
Really?
Yeah. I'm really super excited.
That's fun.
Yeah, 2-week course. We're going to the Hall of Fame and a Mets game and talking to different analytics departments. And
bring this story up. Do they think the button thing was like an actual, like they saved actual 35,000 lives, or was there a projected 30,000 lives that were saved by just one? Like one of these buttons was used to make a call that they think saved 30,000 people.
Maybe it was more. It saved them because the buttons kept their pants up, and they would have died of sunburn.
They would have, like Iran, where you can't show your penis.
Yes.
There's probably not a lot of places you can show your penis in public.
35,000 men had their pants kept up by these buttons. And
Are
one guy...
there any places where showing your penis in public isn't a big deal?
Nude beaches, I guess.
Okay.
Like France and Germany, they have some nude parks.
Did the Germans attack any nude beaches? Did the Nazis attack?
The compass pants wouldn't have worked.
We're storming the nude beach at Normandy at sunrise.
They're like, shit, the MI9, we can't use our compass buttons on our pants because we're on the nude beach. One of our listeners submitted a feel-good story.
Cool.
Holding its first tryouts in East Falmouth Deep Pond last month, the Old Ladies Against Underwater Garbage, or OLUG, or LAG, LOG, what is it, OLUG?
Old Ladies Against Underwater Garbage,
Yeah.
OLAUG.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need help with the
Increased its membership from 7 to 22. The 5-year-old group, comprised of women from 64 to 83, cleans trash out of ponds from Falmouth to Brewster, Cape Cod. These women jump wearing their iconic orange hats on the beach. These women jump into the water and swim more than a mile at a time, which is a lot, to retrieve beer cans, golf balls, dog toys, fishing lures, party balloons, charcoal grills, garden ornaments, chairs, kites, balls, and truck tires. And that was when they had 7. So now when they have 22, they feel like they can really get some stuff done. Like in John's Pond in Mashpee, the swimmers swam roughly half a mile just to locate a car battery that was sunk in the mud in 10 feet of water. Unable to budget, they managed to fasten a rope to it and, working together, pulled it out of the pond. A week later, they cleared a record mile of shoreline along Jenkins Pond.
one of the ladies that's in this group, they had her on NPR. Have you ever heard when they have those? It's Friday mornings they play it down here anyway. It's like a conversation and they submit it. You know, it's like a recorded conversation. And it's usually between like a mother and a daughter that the mother survived cancer or whatever. It's always like kind of a nice, heartfelt human interest story. And this one was like I fucking started crying during it. It was like an old lady that her husband had died and I think she had beaten maybe breast cancer or something. And she was just like, I didn't have anything going on. I didn't have anything to do in my life. And then I just heard about this group that dives into ponds and cleans stuff up. And she said, I'm adventurous. And I like the idea of it. And they took her into the group, and she and the founder of the group were on the they just had like a 20-minute conversation about being friends and stuff. And
how would she have felt if she got cut from the group?
She said she brought cookies to the the interview or whatever it is when you meet with the person to see if they want you on the team. She brought like 500 cookies.
Whoa!
And the lady on the team said she was in no matter what. So
she can't even swim. She can't even swim.
If nothing else, bring sweets when you want to make a good impression on somebody, people.
Said the group never charges for its work, but a tradition of providing them with cookies has sprung up among the pond associations that request cleanups. So I love it that the people are emailing these old ladies to come clean out their ponds. And then baking them.
You say you love it. Are you saying that sarcastically?
And then baking them
out their own part?
And then baking them cookies as payment and thinking that's like a good payment.
We don't even have to write this off of taxes. They just want cookies. It's easy.
You're like, shit, I forgot. Can you get some of those Toll House? And we'll just throw those in. So the lady's swimming a half mile to get the car battery. She's not going to know the difference.
So what's your solution? Should they pay the ladies or should they just clean the ponds themselves? What are you saying is the better
I'm just
idea?
not even paying, but how about something a little nicer than giving them some just like cookies?
Like, what do you think would be a more appropriate
give them a
present?
nice dinner out. Like, these ladies are doing this swim thing. Maybe a gift certificate to the local restaurant.
Okay. It's not bad. I was thinking maybe like cool diving equipment, like maybe buy them.
Yeah, what do they are they
scuba
like
tanks or something?
I like that they had this battery and they got the rope to it. Like, if I'm like, I can't imagine an 83-year-old woman doing all that, or 83-year-old anything doing all that stuff.
Yeah. My there's people that still go. When I go and swim at my parents' association pool.
Are you even
I end up
cleared of
swimming
that
with
now?
people that are. Yeah, I'm no longer on supervised whatever.
Probation,
You know.
yeah.
No, I'm allowed whenever I want.
Okay.
Well, sunrise to sunset.
Yeah. I thought there was a big group that was going to join you too.
To swim laps?
Yeah.
Because they sided with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. That never happened. They weren't that much with me. They didn't want to start swimming with me.
No. They just bake you cookies.
They just thought it was cool that I was trying to break some rules.
Break the association woman.
Yeah.
I hope none of these ladies like die or anything while they do it. It seems like it could
That's a
be
fun thing to think about.
It would be dangerous. Hopefully they have some, like, they're like, yeah, let's make it. I mean, maybe they hire some sort of safety group to go with them too. Like, just like, hey, all right, the ladies said they would do it. We'll just leave some cookies on shore, and it's great.
So now you got so how many people were in it? For 22. Now you got like a whole medical team following them around. So I want to clean my pond out, and there's like 30 people at my house for the day.
It's gonna cost you $6.3 million, sir, to clean out.
How many
this.
cookies is that?
Yeah,
I just like the story. I thought it was cute, and the old ladies talking about friendship and everything.
they're gonna make a movie about it.
Heartwarming.
I bet.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Although it was already on NPR, so I guess a whole bunch of people heard it. And I was like, we should do that.
Make a movie?
Well, I mean, I thought maybe you came up with that idea, but I bet a bunch of people have had that idea since Friday.
If we bake them some
yesterday.
cookies, they might sign to a movie contract with us.
Yeah. Do you think a whole feature film has ever been made with just sweets and edibles and cupcakes and stuff like that?
It's like, hey, can we shoot here? We'll bake you some cupcakes.
Yeah. What was the budget of that blockbuster that you guys put together? You won't believe this, dude.
Yeah, $600.
Nothing but donuts, cookies, coffee. Everybody likes coffee in the morning.
Yeah. Inflation's killing us, though. Food prices. Ugh.
Yeah. I imported. I get a lot of my cookies from Canada.
I actually have a story for next week that sort of leverages off that. It sort of takes this to that next level. So we'll have it to be continued.
Wow, look at you teasing stories for a week
Teasing,
out. I didn't even think you did anything at all for this show.
I was going to use it this week, but then you gave me this one, and I figured that next one will be a great
next week. Oh, that's next week's
two-parter.
Feel Good?
Feel Good, but it's almost like a follow-up to this one.
Cool.
Well, if you wanna, it says requests for cleanups or speakers. So I guess if you want the ladies to speak, it can
Or do
be
they mean speakers for a stereo system?
they have extra speakers laying around. Can be sent to olaug.ma@gmail.com.
Should we get them on the show? Should we get an old lady diver on the show?
All right. Produced by MT. Fact checked by Bill.
Jesus Christ.
Theme song by Meg Yellox. Social media by Cousin Paul. Instagram. Killing it. Just had a big post of the Reitman. Went viral. It's big time.
Oh, that sandwich?
Yeah.
Nice.
Maybe I'll get a free sandwich out of it at some point, but
Maybe.
I'll
I've only missed one so far, right?
I'll be over there Saturday. Send us some email. I'll be at Jeff Trundy's Remembrance game, which is going to be a nice little event, I think.
And that's whose hat I'm wearing right now?
Yep.
Rest in peace, Jeff Trundy.
He was the Falmouth Commodores coach for over 20 years in the Cape Cod League. And just a great man. Probably one of the best people I've ever known. I mean...
Not number one.
he might be, actually.
What?
He was just the nicest guy ever. And he would laugh at everything.
Doesn't mean he thought it was actually funny.
I know, but he laughed in a way where you thought he thought it was funny.
If it didn't deep down that you aren't that funny, I'm not so funny that everything
It didn't
I
matter.
say.
It didn't matter. It didn't matter. We had a lot of good times together.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I miss it. Send us an email, themagroom@hotmail.com. And you know what you think of, as you get older. That's one of the hardest things to get older. Because in this world, there's not that many people that like understand you, right? That actually get you.
No, I don't think there's any. Almost nobody.
No, they think like that's a good person, and I get them. And then when some of those people leave, you're like, it just sucks.
Yeah.
Because it's not like
how old was he?
74. I thought he was in his 60s, but 74. He was still working. Yeah, just a great human. Great human. It's tough end. Cancer, really sad end, but
it's actually in Falmouth. Is that the town where the old ladies?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Falmouth Commodores. That's the team. Maybe they cleaned up the lake right outside the stadium.
His home. Maybe there were tires in his lake, and he called them.
It's true.
Thus unifying two of the best stories we've ever told on the Mag Room. Thank you, Jeff.
Rest in peace, Jeff Trundy and MT Einloff.
Yep.
Send us an email to magroom@hotmail.com or a letter or a fax. Put down your phone this week. Don't kill your wife. Shouldn't do that. Hashtag. We had another hashtag too. What was the other one? Oh, be careful with frogs.
Boner?
Be careful with frogs.
Yeah.
And
Boner.
don't name any pets Spunker.
Yeah, if you got friends that have funny last names, accentuate them.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you're just if you're feeling down one day, things aren't going your way, maybe your brother
you're not a member of an underwater diving thing.
No, or somebody gives you an unfortunate nickname, or your brother dies in a horrific frog contest accident.
I can't believe I forgot about that till tonight. What a tragic memory, because it was all for me. That he died for me.
Wow.
You know what I mean? He was helping me win that frog jumping contest so that Alex Horton would like me.
Yeah, it feels like you would black that out because you wouldn't want to relive it.
And yet I brought it up on a show for no money at all.
For laughs based on a Brady Bunch episode.
Laughs? I don't even know if anybody's going to laugh at that.
They're not.
People are going to think.
Probably
no.
not. Well,
sorry, everybody.
You know what you can do, Mark? You can stick
yeah.
with the Mag Room.
And
everything else is cream cheese.
Dirty.
We're getting worse at these as we go.
I think so.
All right.
You're right.
Goodbye.
Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good. Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good. The my groom's good. Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good.
All from a bidet, became a man that day.